The federal government is ramping up its reaction tonight to the expanding coronavirus. Good evening. I'm Samantha Jones.
I'm Steve Savard. The vice president is now being tasked with overseeing the efforts. Part of the concern tonight is driven by the first U.S. infection not linked to travel abroad. The diagnosis coming from Solano County, California, sandwiched between San Francisco and Sacramento. Worldwide, the outbreak has surpassed 81,000 cases. Stocks continue tumbling over concerns about the outbreak. The Dow is down more than 2,000 points since Monday.
Worry comes as spring vacation season approaches. Many asking, should you go or should you stay home? News 4's Alexis Zotos is looking at the local impacts.
Sam, this was the very last mask available at the Walgreens we went to tonight. They are selling out across the city as well as the country. But the CDC as well as local hospitals say washing your hands, that is still the best way to prevent any kind of virus spreading, whether it's the coronavirus or the flu. So when do you need to wear a mask? And what do you need to know right now here in St. Louis? We're finding out.
Spring break travel is on the horizon, and as the U.S. and countries around the world grapple with the coronavirus, many are asking, should they ground their plans?
We're getting numerous calls today. Yesterday, this week has been filled with a lot of calls. People are concerned.
Mike Shellhouse of Travel House in South County says they've only had one client cancel their trip. As a travel agent, he's keeping an eye on the CDC's advisories. Right now, travelers are being told to avoid non-essential travel to China and South Korea and practice precautions in Italy, Iran, and Japan.
At this time, there's no known viruses in any of Mexico or the Caribbean. Doesn't mean that it can't travel there, via somebody coming from a plane.
At airports around the world, travelers are donning masks. There are reported shortages, and companies are working overtime to make more. This graphic from the CDC is going viral, warning respirator masks won't work if you have a beard. The facial hair will impact the seal. But should you be wearing a mask right now?
Right now, in the here and now, someone going to get groceries or do a family activity, that's not where you're wearing a mask in a park or anything at this point.
Dr. Matt Broom is the chief medical officer at Cardinal Glennon's Children's Hospital. Here's what he says St. Louisans need to know.
Right now, in the here and now, is we're still learning about how it's transmitted, how to really prevent against it. The biggest things that people can do are follow the guidelines from the CDC on travel and being really mindful as far as for just using good hand hygiene.
While the coronavirus spreads, Missouri has no reported cases, but Illinois does. 2, in fact, up in Chicago. Still, Dr. Broom says the present threat is the flu.
The immediate risk of influenza is very, very high.
When it comes to traveling, the best thing you can do right now is make sure that you have travel insurance. If your cruise is canceled because of the coronavirus, that's something you're going to get a refund on. But if you're just worried about the virus and you call up your airline and say, I want to cancel my trip, that's not something you're really going to see your money back on. And Sam, I did talk to Dr. Broom today. He told me he is traveling soon. I asked, will he be wearing a mask on that upcoming trip at the airport? And he said no. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Alexis, thank you.